welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Draco Springs, and now RK Motorsport Consulting. That is in with SRI Performance now. But anyway, that's Randy King's, and it is Randy King's birthday, so happy birthday, Randy.
Happy birthday, Randy.
So, I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up, you guys? Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. This is our first episode of 2021.
That's it. Episode, what, 46? 47?
47, I think. 47.
Almost a year, but we're getting close.
We're getting close.
We know it's almost Speed Weeks in Daytona because that's pretty much when we started.
Pretty much.
So, yeah, it's getting close.
It's getting there. Well, how was your New Year's and all that fun jazz?
It was good, man. Well, the weather wasn't the best, of course. We had a little rainy and nasty, but had a good time. We grilled out some hamburgers and hot dogs, listened to some music, popped some fireworks. Went down and spent. I spent $100. Our buddy Cody spent $100, and Daniel spent $100, and it didn't take long at all, and it gone. But
nah,
it don't last long. But it was good. Kids loved it, so that was cool. And tried to enjoy the rest of the weekend, but it was nasty. All weekend was nasty.
Yeah, it's like still flooded out my house. I got outside today for the first time in forever. But what I was out, like, God no, it's like a lake beside me.
Glad you got some almost mud tires on your wife's car to get out of there.
Kidding. Mud likes.
Mud likes.
Likes. Oh, no.
Yeah, but how you recouping from your old shoulder surgery over there?
Yeah, it's coming along. It's a process. Do not, if you ever go into shoulder surgery, do not go in thinking, like other things, as I did, that you have surgery, you're down a couple days, and it's like, all right, this is easing off, and I'm gonna be good to go. No, don't do that. No,
it ain't like that.
It ain't quite like that.
It sucks.
It's been a painful thing, but I've actually I quit with them pain pills yesterday, so I'm a day and a half down on them now.
But you a day and a half sober, bro.
Apparently. I'm gonna tell you, them things, good Lord, they I don't take pills for anything anyway. So when I do take them, it's just like every effect they can have is gonna do it. Oh God.
Yeah, them things are rough.
Well, they didn't even really take away the pain. That was the funny part.
It just makes you loopy as crap.
Well, I ain't gonna say it really made me loopy. I was just sleepy, and if I stood up, I'm dizzy.
Yeah, I can't take that stuff either at all. I do good to take a Motrin.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's some rough stuff. I'm glad you ain't having to work. You ain't having to rely on that. Anyway, I know it's painful, but at least you ain't got to rely on that. So maybe some Motrin will knock it out, and you ain't got to worry about feeling like that.
I just quit taking anything. Quit worrying about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Look it up.
That's right.
It'll quit eventually or fall off
one day. Yeah.
I felt like it was off to begin with. I ain't gonna lie. They did do a. I'll tell you about this part. When I went in there, the first thing they did, when I got there, I actually got there a little early. I got there. Surgery was supposed to be at 1 o'clock. They told me to be there at 11. Well, it was in Columbia, which is about an hour and 15 minutes from the house where the hospital is. So I was like, well, we need to leave early. Just make sure we, don't get stuck in traffic or nothing like that. So we got there about 10:30. Walked straight in. They said, all right, we'll go down here to the surgical sign-in room, blah, blah, blah. So I go down there and sign all in, and they ask me some questions and, typical old stuff, and get done with that. They say, all right, let's go down here to the surgical waiting room. All right. They tell us, well, now when you go to the surgical waiting room, oh, Jesus. Because they wanted my wife's phone number and all this. They text them through everything that happens now. But the reason being is because they don't want too many people in the waiting room now. So,
right.
So they were like, well, when you get this call, you need to go here. But when you get this text, you need to go here. I was like, oh, I hope you remember all this stuff. Now I'll be stuck at the hospital for 3 days.
I ain't kidding.
So it was funny. But I got over to that surgical waiting room. It was before 11 o'clock, so before I was actually supposed to even be there. And they said my surgery's supposed to be at 1. At about 11 o'clock or before, they took me back to the, I guess, prep area, whatever
pre-op,
you call it. Pre-op, yeah. And got everything going there, got IV started, and, all that fun jazz. And then the anesthesiologist come in there, and he told me he was going to do a nerve block in my arm, or in my shoulder, to go down my arm. And he come in there and was telling me all about it and everything. He said it was supposed to last 2 to 3 days. He said, you won't feel your arm. I said, okay, whatever. And, I've heard that stuff before. Numb it up. And numb it never really, you feel it. It's just kind of weird feeling. Oh, no, a nerve block does not do that.
You got an epidural in your arm.
You do not feel your arm.
That's pretty much what you got.
They could have cut that thing off, and I would not have known at the time. But my problem with it is he said it was supposed to last 2 to 3 days. So I get in the chair that night, and I wasn't really uncomfortable anyway I was that night because I couldn't feel nothing. I was just, whatever. They didn't even give me pain medicine in the hospital because they said wasn't no use. Wasn't no use. So I get in the chair that night, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm sitting up because they told me to put my arm a certain way and all this stuff. And so I go to sleep. I'm good at that time. All of a sudden, at 3 o'clock in the morning, I wake up, I'm wide awake, and this thing is hurting. I feel everything. So that 2 to 3 days that he said only lasted about 12 hours. Maybe 14.
They messed up, but they didn't give you enough.
Apparently not. Oh, God. And ever since then, it's been fun.
Well, I hope it continues to heal and get better soon. Hopefully that swelling,
good to go.
That swelling will go down. That'll help you a little bit, but yeah, it's got to be a painful thing. You got, 5 holes in your shoulder now?
Yeah, I got 5 of them. He said he had to, always love it when they tell him, oh, we found a little extra in there we had to work on.
I'm glad they got it while they was in there.
Me too.
Do it one time. Get her done.
So it's pretty bad in there. All right. Well, I hope it's good now.
Yeah, I know.
I looked at it and I forgot what it said. It said he cut off like 5 to 6 millimeters of bone. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of bone.
Good bit of bone.
Hope I don't need that.
Yeah, I know, but you just save it somewhere. Put it on your behind. Save it for later. You might need something.
I ain't kidding. So, who knows?
Yeah, well.
But other than that, I ain't done up but sleep.
Well.
Sit in chair and sleep.
That was pretty eventful New Year's for you.
Yeah.
I did go down to the beach. I went Saturday. Kiddos wanted to play at the arcade. They love some arcade games now. Good Lord. And
that's what I should have bought them for Christmas instead. Just that big old arcade game that they had at Walmart. Thing.
Yeah.
That's what I should have bought.
They'd love that. So yeah, we went down there and did that, and we ended up going up to Holden Beach and a really nice tackle shop, saltwater tackle shop, bait shop. It's called Rigged and Ready. But Kevin, the owner, I think him and his wife, I guess, own it. But anyway, they have the best tackle shop around that I have ever been to. Really nice guy. He helped us out for sure and helped me a lot because I'm learning still a lot of that saltwater stuff. But very helpful for sure. But if anybody around here does any saltwater fishing, definitely take the trip. It's 2 hours from the house here in Florence, so it's not that far. But it's well worth it. I won't buy tackle from anywhere else. I'll be going there. So it's pretty good and better prices than about everywhere else. So definitely a pretty cool place. So did that and went to Snooki's Oceanfront. Snooki's on the water or up there at in Cherry Grove and sat out there and looked at the fog. Couldn't see the ocean. Just saw the fog. So, but anyway, so it was cool. Kids like that and have fun doing that. So, and we back at it in a new year, back at work.
Fun. Well, other than that, coming into it here, we Sunday night, we'll get into the rest of the racing here in a little while, but Sunday night we had our round 5 of the Chicken Bone Alley Winter Nationals from Williams Grove, running the 360 sprint cars. Apparently, this was somewhat new ground to a few guys.
Yeah, I believe so.
It was a good race, actually. It really was. There's a lot of lead changing.
Surprised me, really, but it was.
Yeah, probably some of the best racing we've actually had.
Oh, yeah.
There was some wrecking going on in the back, but as far as lead pack, there was some good racing going on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love that track because it's just challenging. I mean, it's you don't have to worry about really, I don't know, I guess you do, but you don't. But, you kind of worried about yourself and your ability versus trying to hit the exact same line every lap or whatever. But I know you are racing other people, but you are kind of just trying to depend on yourself to run good, clean, accurate laps every lap for sure. But man, started out good there in practice, but car was fast, felt good. I mean, it really did. I enjoyed it. And went to qualifying there, and in the middle of 3 and 4,
it went all downhill from there.
It did. First lap, in the middle of 3 and 4, my puppy come jumping in my lap and killed my first lap, in which in return, coming off of 4, you don't have time to recoup, so it killed my second lap. So qualified, I think 9th, I believe.
Yeah.
And started 5th, I think, in the heat. As I kind of thought, it kind of, I thought the main would go the same way, but it didn't. But as I thought in the heat there, it kind of stretched out a little bit pretty quick. But was able to get up to 3rd pretty much in turn 1 and 2, and jumped up through there a little bit, and rode right there. I couldn't really pass too well. I was having a little trouble trying to work that out a little bit, but finished 3rd in that, and I think I ended up starting 5th in the main, I believe.
That's right.
Pretty sure. So for me anyway, I tell you about my night. We're going to talk with someone else here in a minute that's got a little bit better night, but started the race, went in 1 and 2, and everybody kind of just bumbled up there a little bit, and got crossed up some. It wasn't nothing major, but got back going there, and went down in 3 and 4, and there was a car parked in the middle of the racetrack. So
it stopped.
That was pretty much the rest of my night. That's pretty much how it went. Tore the car up. Car wouldn't go in reverse. Not real sure why. It ended up working later.
You hit so hard you knocked reverse out of it.
I guess I did, bro. But so I ended up having to reset, which I had to sit there for 2.5 minutes while I got towed in, and got back going. 3 laps down, I believe, so never could recoup from that. Come back to 12th, but so that was not a good night. Not what I wanted, because I really felt like we had a good 3, 4, 5th place, 3rd, 4th, 5th place car for sure, but it just didn't pan out.
Oh well, it bees that way sometimes, I reckon. It's been a eventful season here, and we got a new winner finally. So
yes,
we did. Let's go to the phone and talk to him. Ladies and gentlemen, on the line now, we got the winner of race number 5 in the Chicken Bone Alley Winter Nationals.
What's going on?
What is up, man? We got Tim Paradiso. Or how do you say your last name, actually? Am I saying it correctly?
It's a whole lot closer than everyone else gets. It's Paradiso.
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 I was close. I was pretty close.
That is pretty close.
It's close. They didn't even say it at my dang high school graduation. They said it 3 or 4 different ways and gave up.
Well, cool deal. Well, good. Well, congratulations on the win last night, man.
Thank you. Yeah, dude, it was a lot of fun. I figured sprint cars was one of my better dirt cars. Didn't think I could get a win out of it. I figured I could shoot for a top 5, and was running top 3 and had a good heat race, and kind of got tangled up in a little wreck there and was able to drive back up. And then come the race, it felt pretty dang good. So I better give it a shot. And Zach gave me a little bit of a run for my money and pulled away a little bit. And lap traffic definitely played in my favor. He got slowed down a little bit and let me catch up. And he was running the bottom, I was running the top, and it worked out.
That's awesome, man. That's cool. What far as in the out in practice there, I mean, you wouldn't, setting the world on fire out on the speed charts anyway. But how'd you feel about it in practice time?
Practice times, I wasn't real confident, to be honest. I went out there and made a couple laps and seen where I was out on the board. I was like, well, dang, it's gonna be one of those top 10 days again. It seems like qualify, practice, and run from 5th to 8th, or get caught up in someone's wreck and have to fight my way back up. And by the end of it, it's too late. So figures to be one of those nights. And come qualifying, I think qualified fourth, and then ran that heat race and was running up there and got tangled up in that wreck. And was able to drive back up, and that kind of built my confidence up there. I was like, all right, I might have something. Just kind of riding around the race a little bit, and just figured laps were winding down. I was like, I better go if I'm going to do it. And ended up running down Zach and Cole, and was running back there with Beef Tips. It was a good old time.
Well, that was cool. That was a good race to watch, really.
Yeah, it was. A lot of clean racing up front.
Yeah, it was. Every race we've done, it's getting cleaner and cleaner, and everyone's learned. I think you said that earlier. Everyone is learning to race with everybody and how everybody runs. So it's getting better and better.
Yeah, absolutely. I think our only issue last night was the lap cars that were looked like some of them looked like dodgeballs just going across there. So you did very well getting through them.
There was a couple of them that had a little pucker moment. So one of them ran into Zach, and then the next lap there, somebody came bounced off the wall and barely missed me. I was like, this is going to be one of those deals where I have a chance and get taken out.
Exactly.
Well, how does it feel putting Zach back in second place again? He keeps coming out as the bridesmaid on this deal.
That's Zach. He runs the D&Q series here out of Millbridge, and he finished second, third, never got a win all season long. He's leading the championship. Come the last race, he gets his first win, wins the championship. I think he got Rookie of the Year. So I think it's going to play out to one of those things. He doesn't get a win all year long, and then come Five Flags, he's going to set the world on fire and win the championship and win the race.
Well, he's definitely doing the rest of it. He's he is second place to everybody to death, and he's leading the points as of now. I think by about 2 points. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was glad to beat him a little bit. And I don't know if Josh was in there last night. He's always fast, and Cole, it was good to run up front a little bit.
Yeah, it was with Cole up there. Me and Sterling both said it was like, man, it goes up front again, and he said he told us he didn't think he was going to do too good in them cars, but he was going to try everything he could, and come race time, he's running up front there. I'm like, this boy don't know how to lose on a dirt track, does he? But then he had some trouble.
No, he's definitely, it's going to come down between him and Zach. They put on a good show for sure.
They definitely do. Well, cool. Well, we like to ask everybody that's running with us when you get on here after a win, what kind of setup do you have?
Nothing crazy. I just have a 32-inch monitor. I run a G27 pedals and shifter, steering wheel. I got just regular play seat rig. Nothing too crazy.
That's cool.
My wife put me on an old budget, so
hey,
what I got.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, me and Sterling we both still run on G27s ourselves.
Yep.
And but that's awesome because it shows everybody, because I know there's a few people that run with us that's got some pretty high dollar setups, and that just shows them that expensive setup ain't gonna make you any faster, really.
Yep. I can remember when I first got it. There's a guy. He was talking about he had a $10,000 setup. He had triple monitors, this and that. And I'm up there running third. He was like 17th or 18th. I'm like, you have all this fancy equipment, and I'm up here outrunning you.
That's right.
He was talking a big game, but wasn't doing so hot.
Right. Well, I mean, look at what Ty Majeski gets on and run. He runs on a laptop with a G27.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly.
And he is number 1 and number 2 in iRacing, period.
Yep. I guess it's all what's behind the wheel.
Exactly. That's cool. Well, cool deal. Well, also, you already remember what we like to call in there, I guess, like the SRI posse. I don't know. All those cars painted up the same. But you work over at SRI. Yep. Tell us what you do over there.
I do all the purchasing, pretty much buy all the supplies side of things, the nuts, bolts, epoxies, washers, rivets, all that good stuff. Now we're all under one roof now, so we can knock some things out. So I do all the purchasing for there. We have our performance purchasing guy, so it's good to be all under one roof.
Oh yeah,
over there.
Definitely is.
That's cool. Well, as far as motorsports in general, how long and what have you done in racing? Anything other than I mean, have you actually raced anything, in real life? Or?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I grew up in California, racing or riding motorcycles, BMX bikes, stuff like that, but never was behind the wheel or anything. My dad, he's been racing late 80s, early 90s. He helped out on Ron Hornaday's Winston West stuff. My uncle actually sponsored one of his cars out there, and so he did all that. And my dad joined Spears Motorsports back in 96, I believe. Yeah. And did that for a while and worked at Roush for up till 2015. Now he's over at Nice Motorsports now, just kind of hanging out, living the dream, I guess.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. So you just had working in racing in your blood at that point, eh?
Yep. I spent almost 5 years over at Joe Gibbs Racing. I did parts and purchasing down there from 15 to late or early 2019. Did that and then got an offer at SRI and decided to take that. And so far, it's paying off.
That's good. That's good. It seems like good people over at SRI now.
Yeah, for sure. Fun place to work.
They're all pretty good. I share my little area where I sit. Zach sits right behind me, so we're constantly screwing around, joking around, talking about iRacing and beef tips. He's in there on Fridays, so it's a good old time in there.
I bet so. That's a colorful bunch. We'll say that.
Absolutely.
That's for dang sure. It's a good time.
Absolutely. Well, Tim, what do you think about coming back to asphalt this week with the modifieds at Nashville?
I'm looking forward to that. Kind of screwing around when Nashville first came out, and we ran the SKs there, and they got a lot of grip and they're fun. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I can get up there, and I'm shooting for top threes. That's what I'm going for.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
If I can stay out of some other people's troubles and get the lap cars out of the way and all that stuff, and hopefully Zach and Josh kind of rein in a little bit and don't wreck each other so we don't get caught up in it.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
I think they'll be good to go. They like to put on some good racing.
Good friends, I'd see. I guess they worked it out, and it's all in fun.
Oh yeah, it's like that, and we were talking about that ourselves. That it's so funny how and I guess racing for a little bit of money changes it more so.
That's
but
sure.
You can you can get on iRacing, and it's just like you're driving a car. I mean, the exact same emotion is there.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's a good time. They definitely put on a good show. They get out there and beat and bang on each other. It's a good time.
Yeah, it is.
Well, cool deal. Well, Tim, we're glad to talk to you, and glad we got somebody else on here other than Cole or Josh this week to talk to.
Yep. Hopefully I'll be on there next week, or maybe even Zach might get lucky and pull one out and get a win.
Well, somebody, we're glad to talk to anybody on here, and this has been fun for us to watch. Other than Sterling, yeah. It's fun to watch Sterling. Because he has trouble every week. So,
yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's good. I think me and him were beating and banging at Volusia right there towards the end, and coming to the white flag. We were leaning on each other, I think fighting for sixth or something like that. It was fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It sure is. But we're looking forward to this week coming, man, and get back to asphalt, 100 laps there. Like you say, there's a lot of grip at that track. You can run too wide there, so maybe it'll put on for some good show. I hopefully it will.
Hopefully it's a good time.
Cool deal, buddy. Well, we appreciate you coming on here, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again soon.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Later, bud.
That was cool. Old Timmy coming on here and spending some time with us. Somebody else coming on, other than Cole or Josh. Finally,
I'm telling you, man, that's nice to have a new winner here finally. And he's a cool guy. He helps us out too, admin. And
yeah,
I'm not too keen on being able to hit all these buttons and clear all these people.
We got you figured out yesterday. All you got to hit one button.
Yeah. Now I need to have a button to clear everybody's penalties. I don't know if I can do all that. But no, he is a cool guy for sure. So glad he was able to get him a win there, and we'll see what happens this week. Definitely, like we said, it's cool going back asphalt dirt. I think it really is, but you kind of get, well, with me anyway. I don't practice that much, so when I get on there and I just run 200 laps at Williams Grove, and I go try to run Nashville the same night after. I normally try to just mess with it a minute while we're still talking or whatever. And I get on asphalt, I'm like, I don't even know what to do. Because you got to relearn how to drive asphalt again. It seems like
you go in there and you start snatching the steering wheel around. And
you're driving in too hard. Oh wait, I got to back my corner up a mile here.
Yeah,
but
which I think actually helps you somewhat eventually once you figure it out, because you learn exactly how far you can drive that car in the corner.
It definitely helps for sure. It definitely does. But like I say, it's either the SK modifies or the Tour modifies.
I think SK is what we got on there.
Okay, I don't really think there's that much difference. Yeah, so, but anyway, a lot of tire there, a lot of tire on the racetrack, so be a lot of grip, a lot of banking there at that track. So I think you can run too wide. I'm pretty sure you could. 100 laps, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a longer race, so it's gonna be a lot of fun there. Bigger track, about the biggest track we're gonna run on the whole.
Yeah, fast
whole season, real fast.
Yep.
I ran a super late model race there the other day before I got my arm in the sling here, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Actually ran it with Raphael Lassard and all them boys, and
cool.
It was tough to pass in the super late models because the cars are just really loose off the corner, but the modifieds seem to hold in there a lot better.
Yeah, you pretty much can just get right back in the throttle and roll up out of there pretty good. But it's gonna be another open wheel race, so it's gonna be a little, who knows?
Hairy.
It's gonna be a little hairy, maybe a little bit, but trying to dodge through some guys and get through lap traffic or even pass, like you say, trying to pass, and you gotta watch where you at for sure. So it's gonna be cool, man. I'm ready.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I dropped back to 4th in points. I'm not very happy about that.
I'm
gonna lock my door this time to the upstairs. I'm gonna lock it before I come up here this coming Sunday. So I don't have to worry about the dog coming in or the little girl or whatever else. So we'll be all right.
Oh well, it happens.
It happens.
Well, moving on from iRacing. While I was laid up for a while, I've been pretty much watching two things. Either the Dukes of Hazzard. I started back on season 1, episode 1.
Sweet.
Y'all don't know, y'all are Dukes of Hazzard fans. They have every episode on Amazon Prime TV, and you can watch them all on there.
Sweet.
So I've watched it from when Roscoe wasn't even that funny to when he turned funny, and it's been good. I don't know if y'all knew this, but Roscoe actually shot somebody in episode 2.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't even remember that.
I don't remember that.
So it was good to go back and watch it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a Dukes Hazzard fan. But anyway, other than that, I've watched the Tulsa Shootout.
On Flow Racing.
On Flow Racing.
Got everything on there you want to see.
There, I watched, and this is no lie because I watched every one of them from day one to day whatever it was, 4. I can't remember. 297 races.
Unbelievable. How does that dirt hold up like that?
Dude, they worked it between every race, almost.
Jesus.
To some extent. They might only went out there and put a couple layers of water. I say water, but I don't know if it's just water. I think they got something else in there that's kind of sticky.
Right.
Because there was zero dust ever. But the track was always somewhat heavy. So it might have just been water, but I swear it's got something else in it too.
Might put VAC in it, but
It might be. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, hey, if it'll work, whatever. Keep dust
Give
down.
you some grip.
But they after about each class ran their whole race work, they went out there completely kind of not diss the track, but they cut it in and repacked it, everything between each class. So they didn't ever let the track get away from them.
I guess that's the best way to do it. Don't wait too long. Just keep up with it.
They worked it well in advance. But the only problem that it ever had wasn't necessarily a problem, but it was for quite a few guys. But the cushion got so packed in, I guess you would say, that the cushion was like a wall. And they would go up there and they'd go to bounce off of it, and if they hit it wrong, the cushion flipped about, I don't know, a good 20 cars.
Jesus.
And they'd go in there and kind of sling it in low and go to bounce that thing off about halfway to the corner. It was like it would grab that right rear tire and just throw it over.
God knows. They tore up some stuff out there for sure.
Oh, God. I forgot what the flip kind of ended up being. I think it was in the 70s.
Jesus.
For the week.
Well,
It was if you have not watched it, they show all the replays on Flow Racing. Go back and check out as many highlights as you can. Our buddy Cole Vanderheiden was out there running. Got his first shot at checking out the Expo Center there in Tulsa in the shootout, and got a good learning experience.
Yeah, that's like when we talked with him, even that they knew going in that was a major deal with the best of the best coming from all over the place. A lot of them come from Millbridge area.
Oh yeah, well you had them. You had Christopher Bell running it. You had Brady Bacon was running it. Sunshine Tyler. I can't remember his last name right now. But anyway, Sunshine was running it. Brett Moffitt was running it. Sheldon Creed was running it. Dude, I mean there was big names, and none of those names I just mentioned won.
Yeah,
so that tells you how much competition's there.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, the car count. I don't know what it was for that race.
It was up there though.
I heard today that the midgets was already over 300.
Yeah,
entries. So it's unbelievable how many cars show up there, and just be able to have a chance to make it to that racetrack, get in there, get on it, and just say you ran the Chili Bowl. That's pretty, or
the shootout,
whatever, is unbelievable. But I couldn't imagine the downtime, the waiting.
Dude, that was my thing. I know Cole, he was in there, I think he ran on Wednesday, first race. Didn't run another race till Saturday.
Jesus. Unbelievable.
Dude, this is insane. There were some of them guys, though, they were running the bigger names and stuff. There were some of them that were running 4 races, so they weren't down as much. They run the non-wing A-class, non-wing outlaw, then they run the wing A-class and the wing outlaw.
Right.
So they wasn't down as much, but whew, yeah.
For younger boys, that's a lot of waiting.
And they had the junior sprints there and everything. Oh, it was so funny. One of them, I remember it because it was 83 cars, so it must have been Sterling.
Thought it was me.
And but anyway, one of them went in there and he just wiped out this other boy. And this is a young kid, probably, I don't know, 8, 9, somewhere in there. And he, the announcer in there walked up to him with the microphone and asked him, he said, so what did you see happen there? I tell you what I saw happen. The 83 come in there and didn't turn. Just clean me out.
That's cool. I love seeing them little dudes get all rammed up.
It was hilarious. That's what I saw.
Jesus. Well, that is cool. Like we said, like David said, you can watch all of it on Flow Racing. All you want to see, you can go back and watch the replays from last week, this weekend. And starting here in a couple of days, we'll be having some midgets on the racetrack.
On the 11th, I think, is when they start. Yeah, so they give them a week in between to do whatever they need to do. But I don't think they're going to have to do much to track. Track looks really good.
It really always does, seems like. I know it builds a big cushion sometimes, and they have to cut that down here and there or whatever, but, man, it's unbelievable how that track holds up with how many laps is on that track. It's unbelievable. It really is. So, especially being that it's sitting on concrete. I mean, yeah,
and I guess that's the biggest thing is I don't know. I mean, I don't know how thick. I assume it's relatively thick. I've watched time lapse all the dump trucks go in there and dump all that dirt before, and it's a ton of dirt. I say a ton. I mean like way more than a ton, literally. But I'm not exactly sure how thick it is. Where in the racing part of it. But I'm assuming it's got to be pretty good because you never see concrete through it.
Oh, no. No, definitely not. It definitely is pretty thick. So that is cool. Like I said, congrats to Coltrane for getting up there and having the nerve to get out there and run with them boys.
Yep. Now they're going to go run some, I forgot the series name. I had to look up series name again, but we'll be pushing it up on our Facebook and our Checkered and everywhere on all our social media, and that way we're able to follow Coltrane around wherever he's going to be running in his I guess they consider that a micro sprint.
Yep. Sweet.
That's cool. Cool
our old buddy Will Harrington got him to start the new year off pretty quick, didn't he, Bo?
Yeah, he jumped out there at the Hangover at 411 running the 604 crate there, and he's looked good all day, as he normally does. Boy,
oh, yeah.
That car's always set up good. And
hard to beat in them cars in the 604s.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And but I'm going to tell you what. I don't know if anybody watched this. It was on Flow Racing also. I watched it too. The first lap of Will's race. I'm sorry, I didn't watch none of the rest of it. I was kind of flipping back and forth. I wanted to watch Will run. But, so I didn't see, they had supers there, but there wasn't a whole lot of bigger name guys there. I'm not sure who all was actually there. I'm sorry. But anyway, turned there to watch Will. And the first lap, come around here, Will started third. He come out to in second. Well, they threw a caution. All right. So he went back to third. Second restart, he got even better start, was in second and under the guy for the lead on the first lap. And he stayed under him for about 3 laps, like 2 or 3 laps maybe, and got past him. Well, as soon as he got past him good, guy in third kind of went to work the outside of what was the pole sitter. I'm sorry, I ain't got none of these names.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
Painting a good picture.
I'm painting an awesome picture. Because all of a sudden, when he got to the outside, he went to pull up. Well, dude in third ain't give him an inch. He turned sideways in front of him, and he pushed him from turn 4 all the way to turn 1 sideways.
Jesus.
Until he flipped up on his side.
Oh, I've been wanting to fight, Bo.
Oh, he was. He ended up throwing Han's device and everything. He could grab at him.
Dang.
I don't know why dude didn't. I mean, it was way too early to be.
Right.
I mean, I understand somebody coming up on you, but I mean, in dirt cars, in my opinion, you got to give a little bit more.
Yeah, there's
because
no spotter.
There's no spotter. There's no mirror. There's nothing.
No.
I mean, just.
You got to give and take a little bit. Especially on lap 4.
Exactly. When you only a couple inches to their on their quarter, I mean, you got to give them a little bit. I mean, if you were all the way to his, I don't know, to his door, I could understand a little more, but he was barely up there. I don't know if they've had a history or what.
Must have.
It took a little while to clean it up. It spilled fluid everywhere and all that stuff, so it took a while to clean it up. But anyway, once I got back going, Will led quite a few laps. Was running really good, and longer he went, tighter the car got.
Yeah.
Second place man run him down, passed him with a handful of laps to go, and Will ended up second. So that was still good.
Oh yeah, good start to the year for sure for him.
Definitely is. Excuse me. Well, anyway, other news other than that, about only news has come out this week. Well, two pieces of news. One, Stuart Friesen has decided he's going to jump in a late model now.
Yep, super late model. Dirt going to be running speed weeks this year.
Yeah, I hadn't exactly seen. I think he's going to be running Evolution stuff. I'm not sure yet.
Well,
look it all up to make sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but it would make sense for him to run Evolution because that's the week that the big block modifiers are there.
Right.
So I look for. He always runs that every year. He runs back and forth from Daytona, running his truck to come down there and do that. So I would look for him to definitely be there that week, running both.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
It would be really cool to see how he can transfer from that big block modified to the late model. And I think that is an easier transfer, personally, to transfer from like a big block modified than to do something like Kyle Larson did and do more sprint cars to a super. I think
it's full body car, so I mean,
yeah, and it kind of reacts more like a late model does. I mean, as far as like suspension set up on them, so I think that'll be a little more transferable knowledge.
Yeah, seems like it would be for sure.
I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I don't know. Maybe we can get down there and talk to him.
Yeah, hopefully he'll let us know a little bit about it. But so that's some cool news for sure. And the other thing that is really cool, somebody we've been following for a while, when he was back with Scott Bloomquist years ago, old Cody Mallory, crew chief, used to be for Scott, then was for not real sure, then went to Jimmy Owens.
Yep.
And I'm sure everybody remembers, but the first half of this year, when Jimmy was
2020, not this year, or 2021. Do not confuse it, please.
No, we don't want to get confused. So the first half of the year in 2020, Jimmy Owens was dominating.
Yes,
dominating, and I think that's got a lot of reason to do with it. And not real sure when he left, but I know he left
somewhere towards the end of the year. And it really seemed, honestly, we talked about it, didn't know why, but it seemed like Jimmy just started falling off. I'll put it this way. I didn't see him there with him at the...
at Portsmouth?
At Portsmouth. I didn't see him.
I didn't see him either. I'm not saying he wasn't there, but with him. But, so, anyway, he is going to Bobby Pierce.
Yeah.
Going to his team. They're building their own chassis now, I believe.
Yeah, I saw a whole write-up about it. I'm going to have to read into it more to really understand it, but there were some chassis they're going to be running and pretty much nobody else is running. So,
well, hey, maybe Cody's got some hands in that, and
I think Cody understands the shock and spring package almost more than anybody. I really think that's what it is. And, he knows what to do on tires, but tires never really been his thing, I don't think. But shocks and springs, he knows what's going on there.
Yeah.
Which is really funny because he comes from a go-kart background.
Yeah, well, there's no shocks and springs. So
I know
that is cool.
Chris Ferguson are still good friends. And so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So we look for that. Probably, I really would say that... if Bobby can keep his head under him and just chill out sometime, you might see a good bit of wins coming from Bobby Pierce, but we'll see. I think they're going to go run the Wild West Shootout. Pretty sure I saw that. That could be their first get-together, which should be coming up here any minute now, I believe.
I think that's this weekend?
This weekend? Okay.
I want to say this. I could be wrong.
So I'll be looking for that for sure. And, again, like we said, we got the Super Bowl of racing, of dirt racing, or whatever it's called, from Golden Isle has been
Alltech.
Yeah, has been canceled. So moved to Alltech. Then they're going to be, I'm not exactly sure the schedule, but All-Tech, East Bay, Bubba Raceway Park, and down in Volusia. So there'll be a lot of dirt racing coming on in Florida.
Yeah, between Lucas and
Lucas and World of Outlaws.
World of Outlaws there.
And that's going to all start down there, I think, the last week of January, I think.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Volusia, they're going to be running Sunshine Nationals or something like that, and I think that's next weekend.
Okay, cool.
14th through the 16th or something like that.
I got you. So there's a lot going on soon.
Also, something, this isn't on the dirt side, but if anyone in our area is listening, the New Year's Bash at Dillon Motor Speedway.
Yep. Coming up. Big deal. Always is.
Yes. I can't quit coughing tonight for some reason. I got a scratch in my throat. Big street stock race. Big street stock. So I'm going to try to get over there to that myself.
Yeah, hopefully we can get over there and check that out. But always put on a pretty good show over there. Packs it out. Fills up everywhere. So that's good for those guys over there for sure. So definitely if you're around and can get over there, go check them out. It's this weekend.
Well, cool. What else we got?
Man, I don't know. That's about all I know of. There ain't a whole lot. It's kind of quiet right now in the racing world from what we see and hear.
Yes, not a whole ton of racing right now, but we got some coming up soon.
Yeah, we'll be ready for it, man, and keep on healing up. Get that shoulder right, or you can get back to iRacing or work or whatever else you need. Pretty much everything, because that's your right arm. So
yeah, it's my right arm, so kind of need it. Well, cool. Want to thank everybody again, as always. SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Draco Springs. Also, RK Motorsports Consulting, which is Randy Keene, who's over with SRI Performance now.
Yes, sir.
Happy birthday to him again.
Yep.
Also, Ford Bite. Thank them. Checkered New Racing social media. And RMAX Solutions.
Yeah, definitely go check out RMAX Solutions. They, like we said before, they got pretty much everything you need for all your fabrication needs. And they got about everything. Like we said, go check them out. Plasma cutters, you name it. Get your parts for them. Buy you some new ones. Get you some used ones.
Anything
you name it, they got it. So go check them out. We appreciate y'all for being right here with us for our new year.
Yep. Here's the 2021. Let's
hope it's better.
Hope it's better than 2020.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I reckon we will see y'all next week.
Later.